Alrighty, we are ready and set to go. So welcome, SqueezeMobi community. One more time. This is going to be a jam-packed session. I am excited. We are right at the top of the hour. Give me a big yes from everybody. I am pumped. I always get pumped as I see people here coming in the room. Now, first thing I want to ask, since this is the first session right after our big launch of Social Mobile Evolution, who's made some money with our templates? That's what I want to see. Who has made some big cash with our templates? Jurgen has. All right. There's actually some people that are. Steven says $700. Oliver, $1,700. All right, cool. Fred says order pending. Jurgen says $2,200. All right. I mean, I would, if you guys can, I would love it for you to post that in the group, in the Facebook group. Would be very much obliged. All right. Well, that gets me excited even more. So let's get this party started. What are we going over today? What is on our plate? We're going to be talking about quality mobile leads. We're going to take it a step back and talk to you about how to generate leads, not only that you could talk to that, are going to be interested, but leads that are going to be, number one, extremely interested. Why? Because they have been burned over and over and over again, and you're going to come in as their savior, almost, if that's what you want to call it, which is going to make your job much easier. And how you should forget all those mock-ups and all that crap, all that stuff, and be able to sell your sites. So let's get rocking and rolling with that. Question, who here has direct access, and I hope some of you actually do, to dozens of clients that are hungry. That when you approach these clients, you are extremely excited because you know they're going to close. You know that they are going to close. All right, so that is something we're going to be going over. Now, another thing. Who here spends a little too much time sometimes preparing for stuff? Yeah? Meaning you prepare. Suddenly you realize you have no money, no cash flow coming in. What happened, right? You're so prepared that you have no money. Guilty as charged, everyone, right? Me too, I know. And it depends, I try to put myself in situations where that doesn't happen. All right, so today, let's walk through this top secret client grabbing method. I'm going to show you a demo, how without even building stuff, how you can leverage these mock-ups, basically have something already instantaneously, without any preparation, so you aren't guilty of all that stuff, that you could just go out and close those clients. All right, so here's a little bit of a quick through agenda. We're going to go through and we're going to take it from step one and talk how you can then reach out to those leads, how you can add value to them, and then build some pain around that as well by doing a couple of demos. All right. Now, I'll run through this real quick because I know there's probably some people that have not yet been introduced to the SqueezeMobi community or to myself, Enrique Becco. On the other hand, there's probably a lot of people here that that have, as you know, I love getting on the mic and I love doing these webinars with you. But you know, so one of the things, if I take it a little bit back, where I remember being in this position, working literally kind of 100 hours a week. I went to London to try to make it big in finance, which a lot of these corporations, and whoever here has had a corporate job, you know what I'm talking about. They sell you on these big dreams, right? They sell you on these dreams. Oh, you know, hey, progress and corporate development. You progress in your career. You eventually find out it's a bunch of BS, and especially when you pour your heart into something, and this is one of the worst positions, when you pour your heart into something and it doesn't work out. And for me, you know, it was, hey, no head count, no head count at all, and that was a time that kind of killed me when I was let off. And I know, and I want to see who here has been let off or laid off from a job. Who had, you know, what that feels like. And I see a ton of people saying me on here. And not only that, but then going into sourcing clients. And I know a lot of you source clients pretty effectively, but Avi and I were so desperate that we went to Fiverr to source clients. And just to let you know, you don't even get actually $5 for a client on Fiverr. You get $4. The best part was when someone came back to Avi. Avi delivered a presentation, and she said, "This is so terrible that even my 6-year-old niece could do a better job." Now, fast forward a little bit further, and learning all of those lessons, we were able to launch SqueezeMobi, gain a ton of offline clients, and re-engineer also some of our deliverables, which we're doing now every day, into products as well that we've been launching to you guys, which is very rewarding, especially when I see people here, and Avi just pointed out a really funny comment. I won't repeat it. And when people actually take those products and make some money with it. So that's just a little bit about us. I won't brag about anything, but we have grossed over $500,000 since last year, and it's not really to impress you, but coming from a place where we were sourcing clients on Fiverr, what I want to say, and never thinking, okay, I was saying, oh, hey, I'd be happy with, $1,000, $2,000 a month, and I'm gonna be happy. At least I won't have a corporate job, but I'm gonna be happy. To where we are now, honestly, if we could do it, you guys, that there is just no excuse. It's all about that dedication. Now, the question is, though, I think I know a lot of you have faith in yourselves, but the problem is, the question is, why should local business owners listen to their kids? Who has the answer to that? Because a lot of times they can learn a lot of good lessons. Now, the adoption of mobile has been extremely fast, and much faster than the internet itself back when the internet in the late 90s was starting up. And this is enormous. Why is this enormous? Because it not only presents an opportunity for you. It presents an opportunity for local businesses. And what does 4 times mean on this graph when it says 4 times growth in the past year? That's like if you started a business, you're at a regular job, you probably, you're making $50,000 a year. Next year, you're going to be making $50,000 that year as well. Whereas if you had your own business, that 4x growth would catapult you all the way up to 200K. Now, that's a pretty big difference. And I want to impress upon you that the opportunity here is huge, and you can have a big impact on businesses as well, because businesses are spending much, much, much more, and they are starting to see the importance. Now, obviously still search marketing, meaning, you type something into Google, if that makes it a little easier. Search marketing is taking up a big part of the pie. However, where is that growth? The growth, and let me take it back a few steps as well. These statistics, I'm not telling you these statistics to sell mobile to you. I think you've already been pretty sold on mobile. The problem that a lot of you guys have is that you can't sell the business on mobile. And sometimes, and who, and if you've experienced this, I know I have myself. If you've experienced this, when you're talking to a business owner and it feels like you're hitting a brick wall, and you can't punch through. You know yourself, you're excited about mobile, and you know the potential, you know how it can change their business, whether it's just a simple mobile site, whether it's structuring an SMS campaign, or some pretty cool, unique, innovative mobile app. You know that it's going to transform their business, but they just stare back at you. Give me a yes. Give me a yes if you've ever experienced that situation with a client. All right. Because there was this, and before I continue, I'm just going to talk about this real quick. This gym that I go to, and the guy there, he had a table tent with their Facebook campaign. They're like, find us on Facebook, and not only was there no QR code, there wasn't even the URL. It was just say, hey, search this on Facebook. And no incentive, no nothing. And I was talking to the guy, and I said, hey, what's up, with this Facebook campaign? What's up with you guys' Facebook campaign? You guys got to step this up. Like, why would anyone like you on Facebook? How are you going to spread the word about your gym? He kind of just shrugged it off. And I was like, okay, hey, number one, I'm thinking to myself, you're too small of a client for me. I mean, it would be a waste of my time to really work with you. Number two, I don't want 5 people lined up on the bench press when that happens. So it does happen, and it's just ridiculous sometimes with these business owners. So write these statistics down, take down your pen and paper, and write them down, because this is how you sell mobile, social media, how you transform business owners' campaign. And that compound annual growth rate year over year is huge, especially for mobile marketing and social media. Mobile 38% and social media 26%, which is huge. All right? And for restaurants, and this is, just use your, who's used the Google keyword tool on here? Give me a yes. Yes or no? Google keyword tool. All right, I see most people yeses. Then you know how to do this. 37% will use a mobile device for restaurant research. All right, whatever niche you're going to, find these statistics for your local area. Just look it up, the difference between mobile and desktop, and figure out the split. Boom, that's a powerful statistic. And why are mobile searches, mobile local searches more powerful? Why are they more powerful than a desktop search? They are ready to take action. All right, so just because the percent is still lower doesn't mean you shouldn't listen, because those are the people that are ready to take action and make something happen. Now, where are we going to find some good leads? Where are you going to find those business owners? All right, question. So I know people's level here and how in-depth, how I should tailor this training session to everyone on here. How many clients do you have? Whether it's 0, whether it's 1, whether it's 2 or more. You know, just say many. If you have more, then just say many. All right? Okay. So I'm seeing about 70% of people on here still don't have that first client. All right. So whether you're a beginner or whether you're more advanced, whether you have many, listen up, because this is very important. We're going to talk about how you can target those clients that really, really need your services and that are wasting a lot of money on very unqualified leads that are not like the leads that they get on a mobile phone when someone is searching and they're ready to take action, they're ready to go to that restaurant. They are looking for a doctor, a lawyer, because maybe something happened, who knows what, and they want to take action then and there. Those are qualified leads. These right here that we're going to be talking about from the big G, and not the old big G, Google, but the new big G, Groupon. And why is Groupon, how has Groupon been mistreating people? You know, because people got lost in the hype. When Google said, hey Groupon, hey Andrew Mason, back when you were CEO before you got fired, we're going to give you $6 billion. Only $6 billion, it's not too much. And we're gonna give you $6 billion and just give us Groupon. They said no. Got a lot of media attention, right? Everyone was hyped up and one of the fastest companies to hit $1 billion. There's a lot of hype around Groupon. But the thing is, Groupon wants their cake and they want to eat it too. So let's look this up, all right? Let's say a business would normally make $40 on Groupon. The discount is 40%. How much does the business keep? Give me your answers. Do some simple math. We're taking it back to elementary school. All right? We're taking it back to elementary school. What is the answer? How much does the business keep? All right, a few people got it right. $12. What does that mean? Okay, $12 sounds good, right? But now let me ask you this. What type of business has a profit margin that's more than 30%? You know, let's say this is a restaurant. How much does it take not only to buy that, buy those ingredients, but what about, what about the waiters, the waitresses, the chef, the electricity, the rent, all that stuff? It probably costs them, maybe about, let's say, $20, and it really depends on how many people they're getting there, how many people they're servicing. So that means they are in the red. They are losing money from these leads. Now, on top of that, when you go to this business, that's what you want to tell them, because you're going to see them. You're going to find them on Groupon. You're going to see that they're losing money. And you want to ask them these questions. Hey, how much does it cost you? That's what we do. When we're talking to these businesses, you don't want to just tell them. You want to make it interactive. You want to get their feedback and let them talk about it. Let them explain it to you. But the fact of the matter is, so many businesses have had bad experiences that when you come in, they're going to be relieved. All right, so this means that business is losing per customer. Now, when you ask, if they have some type of funnel, are they doing anything else with that customer? Are they, getting their email? Who keeps the email? Groupon keeps the email. And what about if the consumer doesn't even redeem that coupon? Who keeps all the money? You know the answer to this. I don't even have to ask you. This is easy. It is Groupon. All right? Now, next thing. What type of customers are these? What type of customers does Groupon attract? Do they attract the right ones? Do they attract the ones that, oh, hey, you gave me this huge discount. I love you now forever. I love you. I love your Italian restaurant. I'm going to come here every single day because you gave me this discount, and the food was really good, and that means a lot to me, so I'm going to pay back to you, and I'm going to buy your meal next time for the full price. All right? I'm going to be a loyal customer forever. No, hells no. They're attracting the bargain hunters. They're attracting the customers that are the hit and runners, that are the discount seekers, that are cheap. And they're going to come back to the business. What are they going to do? They're going to go back home, and they're going to go log back onto their Groupon, and they're going to go find more coupons. That's what they do. They're bored at work. They're getting this low-paying job, and they're just sitting on Groupon all day, searching for deals and bargains that they can then redeem over the weekend. That's what these people do. That is their hobby. They're not some type of customer that's going to become a loyal customer, and then that sucks for that business, because the business has the complete wrong strategy. And why is this? Because business owners are not in the business of marketing, and they get easily excited by Groupon, unfortunately, but they are not in the business of marketing. They don't understand marketing. You and I understand marketing. That's why we're going to go in there, and we're going to actually help these businesses. All right. And so, why are businesses on Groupon pre-qualified? Why are they pre-qualified? They are pre-qualified because if they stay on Groupon, they might even go broke. For example, go on Google and look up all these bakeries. For example, there was a cupcake shop where a lot of times you can't even limit. I mean, and this really depends. But suddenly they had all these orders for these cupcakes at this ridiculous price that they were losing money on. Number one, they were losing money on it. Number two, they had all these influx of customers. Now, do you think they get the money right up front? When someone orders on Groupon, they get it straight to their bank account? No, Groupon sends it to you way later. So they have to service these customers at their own cost and wait for the money much later. And Now they're in a position where they have to service all these customers. They don't know what to do. They have no funnel to take them through. And boom, now they are freaking bankrupt. Thank you very much, Groupon. Awesome. So that makes them pre-qualified because Groupon often puts them into a position that they might not want to be in. So let's look up some stuff. Do you guys all see my screen? Yeah? You see Groupon right here. All deals. Yep. Now I urge you to go on Groupon and follow along with me as well. I urge you to do that, right? And one of the great places to start is food and drink. Why? Restaurants, as you saw and I showed you on that first slide, restaurants are receiving a huge deal of mobile traffic. And when someone's searching for a restaurant, they're freaking hungry. All right? They are freaking hungry. So let's just go down. Let's look up something. And yeah, this one, let's see. All right, let's, this is one I was looking up a little earlier as well. And the value is 80 bucks. Savings are 45. How much does that business keep? How much does that business keep? One more time. How much? How much? How much? Exactly, $17.50. So how much are they losing? $62.50. All right, they're losing $62.50 per person. And 830 freaking people bought. $62.50 and 830 people bought. How much is that? How much is that? Not too much, only close to 52,000, and like Brenda said, no list building at all. Now, $52,000. Do you know how much that is? That's almost two people's salary, average kind of salary in the U.S. Wow, what are you doing? What are you doing? That is ridiculous. You give me $52,000 and my team will take your business to the moon with what we're going to be able to do for you. Not only mobile, but social media, throw in some SEO, everything. Boom. It's going to be crazy. All right? So what do we do now? What do we do now? Now we have these qualified leads. What do we do now? How do we actually sell them on mobile? How do we transition them and sell them on mobile? All right? So let's go look at that. And let's see, for example, these guys right here, Nina's Place, let's look up Nina's, and maybe they do have a mobile website. I did not check, so let's look up. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. And it looks like they don't. So they have this whole Groupon campaign, but they don't even have a freaking mobile website. Looks like someone in Philly, if anyone is in Philly tonight, is going to need to help out this restaurant. And I recommend you go there pretty soon. All right, so let's go into step 2. Let's see how we're going to actually approach these businesses. What are your options to approach these businesses? You can do a couple of things. And what I recommend that everybody start off with is our very favorite walk-ins Why? Because they are very, very powerful. Going into, especially these restaurants, with the restaurants it's pretty easy. When do you want to go in there? Of course you don't want to go in there at lunch during a weekday when everyone is at work, they're all going out for lunch, or during dinner time. You want to go there in between those times, and preferably, right before dinner, where maybe the owner or some manager, some decision maker is going to be there, and an easy thing that you can do, especially if this is some place that you frequent quite a bit. And I want you guys to think outside of the box. All right, think outside of the box. People are telling me, I don't know what business to approach. I have no idea. All right, I don't know any businesses in my town. They don't exist. No one needs mobile. And the truth is, I say, hey, how many businesses, what places do you frequent? These don't have to be, this doesn't have to be some type of wild, crazy type of method, And yes, leverage Groupon, but also leverage the businesses that you frequent, and you might already have some connections. They might be a little bit of a warmer lead. It's going to be also something that's going to make it easier if the owner has seen you in there. And then when you pull out your phone and you do on-the-spot demos, we're going to be talking about that a little bit more towards the end of the webinar. That's where it gets good. That's where you can have your conversions. Why? Because you want to make that business owner feel. And then we're going to, like I said, we're going to be talking about this. Cold calls, picking up the phone, calling these places. It's good because you can have a wide reach. This could be then scaled up with telemarketing operations. You could look people up either in the Philippines. For example, we've worked with teams in the Philippines, and I was asking also Henson, and when we were bringing him on, and I wanted to kind of see what his feedback was, because he has a lot of telemarketing actually experience, leading different teams and working for a lot of companies in the Philippines. And a lot of these companies, even though you pay a much lower rate, if set up correctly, can be as good as the U.S. places. Now, do you have to do a lot of screening? Yes. And that's kind of where the difference between a good campaign and a bad campaign is. Plus the potential local webinar method, driving these people out to a local webinar. What about emails? Who uses emails here? To start emailing all these leads, grabbing their information off of. Okay. There's a few people that do, and some people can make it work. Some people, but the way to make the email work is add a call there. So email them first and say, because then that warms up the call a little bit. Even if they never see the email, oh, hey, I'm talking about the email that I sent you. So that warms up the call. All right? But making it just that first little touch, if you're going to be relying on email, it's the lazy man's method, and that's not the best. But telemarketing, when you're ready to kind of step it up, that's when you engage a telemarketing team. That's when you engage a local sales team. But that's beyond the scope of this webinar, and also potentially driving that traffic, those business owners, to a local webinar where you can then schedule more appointments at a time via just an automatic Aweber follow-up list. And That's something because we have been working quite a bit with that, and I know some people are interested, and I want to kind of see on here who is interested in the telemarketing model with the local webinar model, because we have been playing around with putting a course together for that, with all our templates, with our presentations, and things like that. But I want to get some feedback first from people. Okay, and I see all right. So I see a couple, quite a bit of people are actually interested in this, and that is something that we are going to think about as well. And maybe like showing you live on the webinar, hey, where can you find good telemarketing teams, and how do you screen them, and then also the different templates, different scripts as well. All right. Now, so let's move in to step 3. How are we going to add value? And the big thing here about adding value is once you get that appointment, you want to audit their business. And this is what we do. This is the presentation that we use, and this has kind of been a staple of the SqueezeMobi business. Why? Because we go in with a digital telemarketing audit, and usually we, depending on what type of client it is, we're only going to probably cover mobile and social media. That's about it. All right, that's about it. And why is this powerful? Why? Because it's customized, and I'm going to show you real quick. It's pretty cool. The audit presentation is pretty cool. One second, I'm trying to make this work here. All right, so, and we have it set up that basically if they have one of these things, so for example right here, if we go to mobile, if they have a landing page, we'll keep this. If they don't, we'll do this. We'll keep this other slide. And why is this powerful? Why? Because you can pinpoint the different things that they have, number one. Number two, that they don't have. And then when we get down, we go through mobile sites, SMS campaigns, and depending, so let's say, for example, for a restaurant, and they don't have anything, right? So what I would do is, number one, structure for them and tell them when I get here, it says mobile site slide. I would focus on, hey, you're getting this amount of traffic. 37% of your traffic to restaurants is from a mobile phone, and do a printout that I use the keyword tool, basically research for, and circle a couple things and actually calculate the percent for them and say, hey, the other thing is on the desktop, people might not want to take action, but on a mobile phone, they want to take action. And look, your mobile site sucks. It's terrible. And that's where I demo it, and I'm going to get a little bit more in depth into that, but hitting that, explaining it while I am on that slide, and then going into the SMS campaign. Plus, hey, if you just add in on that mobile site a place where they can opt into your SMS list and get some type of incentive, you're a restaurant, the waiter can fuel that SMS campaign as well while people wait for their food. You now have a list of 200, 300, 400 after the span of a couple of weeks, people that you can then on your slow day drive back in. Now, obviously, I would do it much more in depth, but I just want you to get a sense of this. And then after we hit all of these, then towards the end, this is the key part. You want to do an analysis, all right? You want to analyze their entire business, their entire mobile marketing platform and say, hey, if you had a mobile site, an SMS campaign, text messaging campaign, this is how you could transform your business, and this is how you could achieve an ROI, and it would make you much, much, much more money. That is one thing you want to concentrate on. It's not about the technology. Business owners, some of them, yes, they do, but a lawyer doesn't care about mobile. All right? They want to know, how are you going to make them money? That is what is important for them. And that is what you have to communicate. Hey, how are you going to make them money? All right? So crafting the strategy, building that custom marketing plan, and actually showing them that you're going to actually take their business to the next level. Why? Because they will want you to do this. If there's a couple things. Number one, you show them that there is money to be made, and you establish yourself as the authority figure, as the expert. Who are they going to choose? Are they going to choose their web guy that never even told them about mobile? Of course not. They're not gonna choose him at all. All right, so let's go into where's the pain. Here comes the pain. So what do local business owners and people respond to better? Pain or gain? This is an easy one. Come on, guys. Anthony Robbins 101. Of course it's pain. And if you can combine those two, hit the emotional pain side, and then show them where the ROI, where their gain can be, that's powerful. Because if I tell you, let's say your I don't know, your life savings, $50,000, right? $50,000. And I tell you, hey, Rick, Cy, Kevin, I'm going to help you. If you implement my strategies, you're going to take your net worth and you're going to go from $50,000 to $90,000. Or if I say, if you don't listen to me, within the next few months, your net worth, your whole life savings is going to go down from $50,000 to just $10,000. You're going to lose $40,000. Now, that gets the ears up much, much more, because, that gain is marginal. Yeah, people are interested, but the difference between 50 and 90, it's big. But the difference between 50 and 10, when you're going to be losing that, is enormous. So think about that. Think about that. And let's make them feel the pain. Show them their $1 million mobile site. Customize a template before the meeting. And you could do that, but I'm going to show you something that makes it a lot easier. The most important is that you make them feel it. Show them how terrible their site looks and feels, and then compare that to the competition. Hit the correct points, pain points, and their type A personality. And then you want to show them their mobile site, but just the template. Let's forget about mock-ups, okay? I mean, doing mock-ups and going through all this stuff. Because honestly, do you enjoy, going in there and customizing a site even before you sold this business on something? And I want to see who here does that. Who here creates a mock-up for each one of their clients? All right, good. So it's about, some people do, some people don't. We got a nice little split here. And I'm going to show you how to do a shortcut. That's going to give you a much better ROI on your time spent, and how you could basically take this and let's let's look at this right here. All right. Now we have our Insta portfolio, and some of you probably have this, and this makes it much easier. But did you know that if you bookmark that Insta portfolio on your phone, this is what it looks like? All right, right here on the phone. Does everyone see that or no? Right here on that phone. This is what your Insta portfolio that comes with that you might have also bought with Social Mobile Evolution. Did you know? And I hope it's not cut off anymore. That's what it looks like, right? And not only that, let's click, for example, this nightclub template. Let's say you're talking to a nightclub, right? You can even click around in it, and you could put this. This is where it gets powerful. You take your phone, you take your iPhone, whatever phone you have, put in that business owner's hand, in that nightclub owner's hand, and you say, all right, click around here, right? Click around. And, click on this About Us. And where are your contact details, map and driving directions? Ooh, we can even locate you. All right? How powerful is that? Not only that, but look, we're going to put a video of your nightclub in here so that when it plays, and we included some stock videos for you with the product with Social Mobile Evolution. So that was just a bonus. We didn't even mention that in the sales copy. We just wanted to throw that in there as a bonus so that you can use that if you want to do something quick and dirty with your clients. And we didn't really include too many tutorials around that, but that's because we just threw that in as a bonus. So hopefully, and I apologize. But I kind of want to see some people, or not some, only one person, I think, saying videos, Bill saying videos are weak. Okay, and this gets me a little riled up here because, it is a $7 product. It is a $7 product. I mean, I think we did invest a couple $1,000s into this product to get it out to you. So just want to put that out there. And there's stock videos, obviously. The videos are there to be customized. So and now I'm seeing some good feedback on the videos. So I hope you can use those. They're meant to be as quick and dirty videos that you can use with potential clients if you don't want to make their own video. That if they want to just have that plain website, that you can kind of leverage that and put a video in there, which is kind of cool. And like Okrit says, show the concept as well, just how it works. And sometimes if that client is lazy, then just keep that video in there. But otherwise, that's another gig for you, right? Then you can maybe create a minute video for a nightclub. You could hook up with a crew that can actually put the video and combine that into a template that sells them on that club. But the main thing is having this in your hand and putting it into that nightclub owner's hand as well and say, hey, play around with this. Play that video. See how that works. And now let's go back to your regular site. All right, let's go back to your regular site. Now, if I'm trying to decide on a party on a Friday night today, right after this training session with you all, am I going to go to the club that looks kind of boring, or am I going to go to this club that looks fresh, it looks fun, it looks popping, it looks good? And so that's why I just wanted to bring that up, is leverage that Insta portfolio. And the reason I wanted to, because I don't think people, everyone got that Insta portfolio is mobile optimized. And that's what it's meant. That's your tool. If you don't have any presentation, if you don't, that's your tool when you're walking around and you're going to your gym, you know, when you're going to a restaurant, you have that bookmarked, okay? You have that bookmarked, and you sit down, or you're talking with anyone, you have your portfolio to demo, and you can make those sales right there on the spot, because you can then take that phone and say, hey, play around with yourself. Let's look up your website as well. And when you can do that, that is extremely powerful, and that is what I want you to do. Bookmark that Insta portfolio. And by the way, just so you know, let's go back right here, right? On the regular Insta portfolio, there's a place for your logo. So if you're going to say, oh, you know, but I don't want to, you know, get my logo created. I don't even have a real company. I'm just a one-man shop. For the mobile optimized version, it does not matter. It does not matter. All right. So that's what makes it powerful, is you can walk around with it anywhere, and all you have to do is FTP it. Even if you don't have your logo up there, even if it's not customized, just boom, get it up there and leverage that. All right. Now let's go. And what I want to show you is that was the alternative. Now, I know that we did cancel the webinars, and what I wanted to do, there is one thing that unfortunately I cannot give you, that I wanted to give you, that I was sleepless about, and I really, when I say this, I do want to kind of take a moment out to say this, that I do apologize, but sometimes, unfortunately, there are things that are beyond our control, and we do really work here, you know, 80-hour weeks to try to make everyone happy, and we love what we do. Unfortunately, there are sometimes things beyond our control. But what we got, Mobile Monkey to do is to secure some review copies of something very, very cool. Now, look at these templates. You guys saw our templates, but Mobile Monkey has these pretty cool new templates that are coming out just for the restaurant niche. They're going to be coming out next Tuesday, and let's go through these. Mobile Monkey is not a part of SqueezeMobi, but we do have a pretty good close relationship, and these aren't videos there, but they're sliders. So that's pretty cool, because you have, for example, with especially for the restaurant niche, right? You have different types of foods that are then sliding through, and that helps promote that business, along with some fan gates that he has as well, and some other cool things on here that are pretty cool. So if you guys go right now to SqueezeMobi.com/monkey, it's going to take you right here. I'll show you. It's going to take you to his thread, and if you just leave a quick comment, he's going to pick a couple of those, and he'll contact you via Warrior Forum. If you look, then he's going to contact you, and he has a pretty cool headline. I recommend you watch the video, and also then sign up for that early bird list and the webinar. But the main thing is just leaving that comment, and depending on kind of which comments, he's going to pick a couple of those comments and hand out a couple of review copies for everybody. All right? So just wanted to kind of tell you that as well, because those are going to be sick. Especially why? Because the restaurant niche is one of the easiest niches to start off with. All right. Now there's other niches like lawyers. Obviously, a lawyer, charging $500 an hour, writing a check for him is a no-brainer. They do not care as long as you can sell them on it and you can deliver that value. On the other hand, it's a little tougher. They're strong guys, and sometimes it's tough to break through, and it's a little bit intimidating. And that is why I recommend, if you have not sold a site yet, start off with the restaurant niche. Why? There's millions of restaurants. You walk out on the street, if you're living in a city, depending on where you live, you walk out on the street, left, right. I mean, I can walk down my street here, and I have probably 5, 6 restaurants here that anyone can go into and sell them on mobile. So mobile is extremely good for that. Plus, you can structure a mobile site for them, an SMS campaign, and it is easy to sell them on these concepts. So I highly recommend that you consider that and you attack that niche. With Groupon too, connecting what we were talking about today, some of the biggest deals on there and the most plentiful are the ones you're going to find for food and drink. So attack that niche and start making some money from that. All right. Now, let's what I am. Yep. Leave a comment. Now, and supposedly, all right. Is the link working? I just want to see, is the link working? All right, cool. All right, guys, we're gonna be wrapping it up around here. Now we've got the SMS webinar coming up next. We've got the SMS, and let me just bring this up if anyone's interested. We've got the SMS webinar coming up next. That is an awesome session. I'm excited about that, especially, and this is not a promise. This is not a promise, but especially if I can demo how to set appointment reminders and things like that with SMS, send automated coupons and some other pretty cool things. But that is not a promise yet. That I have to get a couple things together. I do have to get another couple things together for that. All right. And you are all auto-registered for that. I think we're going to be doing that on next Thursday. Okay? All right. So you are all auto-registered for that. We wanted to make sure that you don't have to register for 3 webinars at a time. So let's wrap it up around here. I'm going to still stay on, and I am going to still stay on, and let's see what type of questions everyone has. All right. All right. So I see a couple people saying, and let me actually, I might get this.